We asked 1,000 people this question, and do you know what the top three answers were? To work harder, to work longer hours, do overtime, or to get a second job. Now, I tried all of these things. I worked hard for 8 years in the construction industry, and in that whole time, I only got 2 pay rises. But the worst part was that I was working at a level 10, and if a new guy came in, he'd be at a level 1 because he doesn't even know what to do. And now I'm working 10 times harder than this dude, and yet we're still pretty much getting the same pay. It took me 8 years of hard work, back-breaking work, to realize that working harder is not the answer. Now, working longer hours or getting a second job, I tried that too, but that's a lose situation for us because we lose all of our energy, all of our time because we're working so much, and the government wins because they get to tax half of our income. And let me ask you a question. When do they take their cut of your hard work? It's before we even get our cut. So at the time when I was trying to figure all of this out, I didn't even want a bigger house or a flash car. I just wanted a reliable car and enough money to cover anything that came up, like family emergencies and stuff like that. I also wanted to just spend a little bit more time with my wife and kids and even do a little bit of traveling with them. You know, one thing that I really wanted was to give my kids a taste for adventure while they're young so that they can just, live a cool life. Like, wouldn't it be the best thing to just, once you're older, you can just kick back and watch your kids do amazing things with their life? That's what I wanted. And over the past 4 years, that's what I've been setting up in my life, right? And I want to share with you my whole story of how I got from point A to point B and how I co-founded a company called It's a Movement University. Now, our vision is that our community that we're creating will be self-sustaining in its growth, that every single person will be able to generate an income through this community so that we no longer have to go out and do the jobs that we don't like doing. We no longer have to go out and do jobs where we are undervalued, either by our bosses or by our customers, and we no longer have to do anything that we don't enjoy doing. We envision a community where every single person gets to do the things that they actually like doing, where we interact with each other, we trade with each other, where we have our own schools, careers, investments, friendships, love stories, and new families, and we do all of that on a global scale. So if you'd like to hear the rest of my story and how we're actually creating this movement, just tap the button below and you'll get to watch a free video of me sharing my whole story, how I did retire from my 9-to-5 construction job, and pretty much everything that I've learned about business over these last few years. But tap the link right now because this behind the scenes video, it won't be available for long.